Harry, a strong-headed cop of San Francisco Police Department, has a penchant for foiling crime. There's this so-called criminal or shooter who is on loose killing beautiful girls and Negroes and kids. This criminal goes by the name of Scorpio and demands a ransom. Before that, there is a scene wherein Harry is at a restaurant near a bank and easily could conclude that the parked car outside the bank has an alternative agenda. While ordering his dinner, he asks the server for the car's position, and it turns out there were robbers in the car. He comes out of eatery, shooting with his gun and killing few of the criminals and talking to one of the injured and utters the famous monologue, "Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?" There were many actors who refused to be cast as Dirty Harry. After so many denials, Clint Eastwood decided to take up the role, and it turned out to be one of the best films for that year, and afterwards several sequels were made. And once the bank scene is done with, he is at the mayor's office where he is asked about his opinion, as after killing one person, Scorpio is looking for some money as a ransom so that the next murder wouldn't happen. Mayor is ready to give in to the demands, and then Harry is made aware how Scorpio has murdered an African American boy. Police decides that Scorpio's next villain is going to be a priest, and police lays out a trap in the entire city so that he can be trapped while shooting from high-rise towers. And in fact, he is spotted on one of the towers, though somehow he flees from there, killing a policeman. Next, he kidnaps a teenager, and this time police boss assigns him the task of delivering money and strictly advises him of not taking matter in his hand. And Scorpio gives Harry a chase throughout the entire city and communicating with him through public telephone booths. Finally, they meet at Mount Davidson Cross, and Harry is brutally thrashed by Scorpio, and he also reveals to Harry the girl is killed. When he was about to shoot Harry, he is attacked by Harry in his leg with a hidden knife. Here Scorpio runs, though he walks into a hospital where Harry is made aware of his residence, which was the nearby playground. Scorpio is finally arrested, though police has to finally leave him as there was no proof against him that he was the murderer. Later, once Scorpio is out of jail, Harry follows him, due to which he gets himself thrashed and puts the liability on police. Now Harry has no choice yet to stop following Scorpio, so this criminal murders a shop owner with a liquor bottle and steals his gun. With this gun and his meanness, he hijacks a school bus full of kids and calls the police for a ransom and flight exit from the nearby airport. Though Harry jumps on this bus from a road and forces the killer to a nearby quarry, and after a long chase, the mercenary is killed. And the famous monologue of "Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?" is once again uttered here, and he was not lucky as he is killed, unlike the bank robber, and Harry throws the badge in a river. The highlights of the film. This film is an excellent work of editing. Clint Eastwood's one of the most famous roles is Dirty Harry, and after this, he has starred in several such movies. Harry is nothing but a cop who is strong-willed and doesn't worry about law when it comes to nabbing criminals and lawbreakers. If we talk about the scene wherein he shoots the robbers coming out of the bank, it's so beautifully done. He is coming out of the eatery with his mouth full, shooting, and the onlookers and pedestrians are awestruck in the corner of buildings. They are just frozen, whereas Harry moves toward the robber who is injured. A time when Avengers and other sci-fi were not in vogue, this scene is a masterpiece, wherein a crossroad is the place of action. And who is creating this action? Harry, so boldly and confidently that the onlookers continuously watch him in awe and surprise. The other scene wherein he rescues the man about to commit suicide, and the way he rescues him and kind of thrashes him to remind him that life is not to waste, though to live and maybe to do something better. At this juncture, the word dirty is explained in Dirty Harry. The film has several such scenes. It never bores you. Today as well, if you watch this movie, you will develop a disgust for police and sympathize with characters like Harry. If you are a movie lover, a must watch.